is how we welcome in Goa. In Konkani, to say we welcome you this evening. Aitya Sanjevara, Tumka Samestam Yoga. Thank you, HLF, for having Konkani as the language of focus. Thank you as an audience to be here in this big number to encourage us and watch what we have for you this evening. So I'm very happy to be here. I'm Preeta Sardesai, and what we have in front of you today is one of Goa's oldest folk art, folk dance. So you can see this bunch of women who are so festively dressed. Now the first thing, if you've gone through your brochures, you know that what we're going to showcase today is the Dhalo and the Fugdi. Both are women-centric celebrations. So Dhalo is a celebration that happens in the Hindu month of Paush. Paush is the month that's actually going on, I think, now, or we've just finished with Paush. So around the full moon of Paush is when these celebrations happen, much to the convenience of every village, even maybe little localities in every village. So across the cultural map of Goa, you will find Dhalo happening on nights which number from 5, 7, 9. The women meet in a sacred spot. When I mean sacred, it need not be a temple or some, but nowadays it's temple because the temple usually has a hall and it's more convenient to be in a formal space where there will be light. But in the earlier times, when they want build structures to house them, they would smear a place amidst their homes, maybe close to the temple, and they would smear it with cow dung and get it ready. It was like a sacred space for those 5 days. And once they had set it, that's what they call the Mandal. And once they set it at night, once every household was done with their dinner, they meet at about 10 at night. So the women get dressed for this festive occasion of Dhalo, which lasts for over, as I said, 5, 7 or 9 days. And when they do that, the first night is when they set the mand. So there is a ceremony in setting the mand. And the mand, when we set, so they're going to show it to you how they set the mand. And then that mand continues for 5 days, and at the end of 5 or 7 days, they dismantle the mand, again kind of ceremonies. So when they set the mand, they are invoking the local deities, local goddesses, gods, the forests. And what is really special about this celebration is that this is their way to celebrate and thank nature for all that they do. So these women, today we have Dnyanjoti Mahila Mandal, which comes from this tiny village of Keri in the taluka of Sattari. Sattari happens to be on northeast taluka, right at the foothills of the Western Ghats in Goa. So actually, maybe just like 20 or 30 minutes from their village, you are on the border of Hyderabad. So they, having lived their lives in the shadow of the Western Ghats, they have lived in a very rich biodiversity. And the Dhalo precisely celebrates that. So literally when they start singing, so you will catch a few words, because I know Konkani is not the language that most of you are used to hearing, but you will catch words which will be familiar to you. And what they'll be singing is not purely Konkani, because we have got a shared lineage and a shared culture with Maharashtra. So you will have a lot of, kind of Marathi bordering what they will sing. And they will be celebrating nature, so the forest, the different kind of trees, the different flowers, and also they will be celebrating womanhood and their family life as such. So they will pray, they will call the gods, the goddesses, they will wish well for their husbands, their children, their family. So it's a celebration of womanhood in that, and a sisterhood, because finally you will see that they will start with assembling in 2 rows where they will come close to each other, move back in like linear movement, and then they will burst into movements which are going to be circular and faster. So that is Dhalo. And the next thing is what we're going to show you, the Fugdi. So the Fugdi, so then I will not interrupt them, so I'm going to give you just an introduction to both the things that you're going to be watching today and hand it over to these beautiful women. So the Fugdi is something which is again celebratory, but it is completely entertainment oriented. So very typically, you know, Goa has this very strong tradition. Our largest Hindu festival is the Ganesh Chaturthi that we celebrate in the month of Hyderabad, somewhere around August, September. So once the Ganpati is installed, you know, the entire family and gathers in the home. So the women are really busy all day with rituals, cooking, basically cooking. And in the evening, when they find themselves a little free, they need to entertain themselves. And that's when they dance the Fugdi. But today, Fugdi has become such a celebratory event that you could even do it maybe when everybody assembles in the house where the women find, so maybe a wedding in the family, or you know, the temple zatra that everybody meets for, and then they suddenly find themselves all free enough to dance, and they burst into a Fugdi. So you're going to see the two kinds which are very strongly socially, like a bonding between the women through their movements. So let us welcome them. And what I would like to very interestingly tell you about the Dhalo and the Fugdi is that for those of you who saw them today in that brief flash mob, I'm sure you're back here to even watch them because it was amazing. They did about 5 minutes flash mob this afternoon, so those who have seen it are here to see more. But you know, the history of Goa through colonization, a lot changed culturally. But you will not believe that this form of a cultural celebration continued even after the people converted to a new faith called Catholicism. And then what happened is the attire could have marginally changed. The words that they use, so in place of say the goddess Shanta Durga or the goddess Bhagwati, which are our local deities, they might have said things like Salvin Mai, which is Mother Mary. You know, the movement changed, the attire in terms of the kind of jewelry, maybe the forehead, the vermilion on the forehead would not be there. But the fact remains that this has continued through those years. So there you will find the Dhalo, which is seen mostly in South Goa because those communities are stronger there, are where you find them, doing the Dhalo in a slightly different pattern. Their attire is different, the words are different, but again, it's a celebration of womanhood, a celebration of nature. So on to our ladies of Dnyanjoti. Janki here is their group leader, and she has got them all the way from Goa. Thank you.
आरतीच्या ताटात अगरबत्तीचा पुडा, आरतीच्या ताटात अगरबत्तीचा पुडा, सुभाषरावांचे नाव घेते, नावाने भरला सौभाग्याचा चुडा. गणेश है हमारे आद्य दैवत, हम करते हैं हर रोज उनकी पूजा. गणेश है हमारे आद्य दैवत, हम हर रोज करते हैं उनकी पूजा. हमारे गोवा की संस्कृति दिखाने मेरे पति हरिचंद्र जी ने मुझे हैदराबाद भेजा.
शिकारले काम, सासूबाईच्या पोटीत जन्मले राम. राम नाही म्हटलं, नाव कधी घेतलं. 32 सुपाऱ्या 32 पाना लावला चुना. सदरे खाली बोलू कशी, सदरे खाली चालू कशी. सदा सोन्याची नजर पुरुषाची, उघडा खिडकी हे उदे पालखी रघुनाथरावांची.
The Dhalo segment, and they just need to gather their breath so that they can dance the Fugdi in front of you, because that is also quite a intensive dance, and they need to just hydrate themselves. So as you have seen, the Dhalo that they performed now was not just a dance, but it was a form of theatre with a lot of humor, conversation, some kind of a verbal battle, and all that things that get them together.
पुढे